Or, for some reason, when one of my friends tried to pronounce it, they came up with Utter Blast, and I'm not sure how they got that.
Utter blast.
Yeah, I'm like a cow, I
I
guess?
can understand the
Not
utter
sure.
part because up, up, down, down. But
Yeah.
L L
Maybe they
R
like...
R.
Well, there's like a B and an R and an L. There's an S. I guess if you rearrange the letters, you could get that. But then you have a bunch of extra letters. Oh, look at this. So we got point defense here banning Ramus. We have Konami code banning Kasten. Point defense banning Wukong, and then we have Konami code banning Zillion, which the only reason you would ban Zillion is if you're playing against Pooters, because no one else really plays Zillion. And point defense banning Pantheon, and Konami code banning Yorick. First pick, point defense going to be Urgot. Urgot, as I said before, very powerful bottom lane champion. And on the other side, we have Alistar so far. Wonder who else they're gonna take.
Ramus, Wukong, Pantheon, Kassadin, Zillion, Yorick. Ah, so many good bands right there. So many good bands. Point defense is going to be here on the left yet again. The Konami code. We saw the Konami code last week, but were they the team that didn't take any of the revives and just got utterly stomped, or was that a different team?
I can check if you want me to, but off the top of my head, I don't recall what their... Ooh, Mundo.
Mundo goes where he pleases.
Mundo's a champion that I like a lot, and I'm always excited when he gets screen time because he has some of the best audio in this game. Annie?
Annie? Little girls have no place here on High Elo Dominion, or maybe
Annie,
they
you are
do.
not tall enough to ride this game. What are you doing here?
Well, Zillion's banned us. What does Pooters usually go after a Zillion ban?
I have no idea. Oh, Janna. Well, okay, yeah, Janna would make sense. Janna's another really fast champion.
Yep, move speed buff. Got it.
And Vayne, as I've said before, Vayne is sort of like a
Poppy on
caffeine-free Poppy.
It's not even
She's better
worth
at stand and deliver than Poppy is.
diet,
Poppy's more
caffeine-free, sugar-free. It's not even worth it, man.
No. It's, ooh, Volibear! And Misfortune!
I
So
like
next
the
time-
Misfortune, personally. I like it.
I do too.
80 carries and me, we have a fun time on Dominion. Majority. Sometimes we lose horribly, but it's all about the positioning, and these guys would have to know. I mean, look at that. They got 3 huge meat tanks up front, and then we got a nice 80 carry in the back. And you don't even have to build her 80. You can definitely go AP with her.
And you were correct about Konami Code in the last event when they played against Team Malika. They did not have revives. They had 1 revive, and it was Serix when he was playing his Pantheon. That's right. I just looked through time and saw that.
Oh,
Great.
I bow to your powers, sir. Bow to your powers.
Don't do that. You might throw your back out. Wouldn't want that.
Oh!
No!
Zillion! Oh, he's banned. Damn! Anyways, Nekurgan again going with that Shen. I see a Teemo.
I do see a Teemo. Teemo's a quick-moving champion. He's got the poison, which is really useful because anything that's a dot, anything that can sort of chip away at enemy hit points in Dominion is a good thing to have around because you want to get them off of those points so that you can capture them. Because unlike in Summoner's Rift, a point won't defend itself. You click on it and it stops shooting you. It's amazing. So you can't just leave it alone and be like, oh, I'll be right back. I should be back in enough time. No, if you leave that point, it's going to get neutraled. So Teemo being able to just sort of poke his head out and chip little bits, very good for delay. And there is nothing worse than Teemo mushrooms on a speed shrine. Or worse yet, a health relic.
Have you ever gone up against trap teams? Nidalee trap, Shaco boxes, Teemo mushrooms. It's so annoying because you can't go anywhere.
No, if someone has a Teemo more so than Shaco, because Shaco's got a limit to his boxes.
Indeed.
Teemo's, you can get a lot more mushrooms on the map. Just stop trying to pick up health relics, you'll die.
You take more damage than you actually heal back.
Yeah, it's bad. And then you get that health relic, and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna live. No,
No.
you're still dead.
As the chat says, Teemo's a jerk. But because we do have Pooters here, I mean, with that Janna, the move speed, and I do know that just like Misfortune has a strut, Teemo does have himself a little bit of a speed bonus as well. Could we be seeing similar play to that Zilean, even though it's on Saber Z?
You know, I think that is definitely a possibility. I think that's something that we have a chance to be seeing here. Teemo can, fit into a couple of different roles. He can fit into the ADAS, the shred, the attack damage. He can definitely fit sort of in an AP role, with the mines and using them and kiting, and he can also fit into that back capping role with his movement speed. Not quite, I think, to the insane extent that is Pooters' mastery of Zilean, but he can definitely be threatening in that way.
All right, spectator delay has now been initiated. The game is starting. I'm a little peeved that they still haven't extended the music past these 3 minutes, but no problem. The Rainwave has got us. So, guys, point defense here on the left, up against the Konami Code on the right. We're going to have to see if Konami Code can learn from last week's failure to take the game. But well, I see a lot of revives this round.
Yes, if you look over at Konami Code's lineup, the Alistar, Mundo, Volibear, Misfortune, and Hecarim, and I'm really excited to see Hecarim because I haven't seen him played yet in a tournament environment. But they have 4 revives on that side, and I think they've sort of kind of caught on to that after what happened last time. You see point defense with 4 revives. There's only one person on each team that doesn't have one. Mm-hmm. Each side's got Garrison. Konami Code's got 2, and point defense has got 1. You have to excuse those little brief pauses. I'm not quite used to saying the full team name. I got used to the abbreviations. But they got revives both sides, so there's not one team that's going to have a big advantage there. Seeing the cleanse on Vayne kind of makes me raise an eyebrow, though, because you see a lot of people take Exhaust. Exhaust Revive is one of the most common summoner spell setups, but with 2 other people to provide an exhaust, maybe she doesn't need one. Vayne is a little squishy. She is susceptible to that damage. So I think the cleanse can help out a lot. The heal on Dr. Mundo, Serex's Mundo on Konami Code, is just even more of sort of a taunt. Because Dr. Mundo is one of those champions that can get extremely low on hit points. Then if you have heal and you have Dr. Mundo's ultimate, that health just starts climbing back up. And when you commit to killing Mundo, his HP is a lie, and you're liable to get kited or baited into getting killed.
Back-to-back Shens for Necrogan. I'm excited. I think I can probably get a way to hide these summoners, but I'm gonna have to do it next game because we only got 30 seconds here. So I can probably do that next game since so many people are up in arms about it. Which means we won't be.
We don't have a overlay for those for this one.
Nah, which means we won't be talking about them until the spectator delay. So we'll get that rolling for you guys next game. But hey, we got 140 people here hanging out, ready to go here for the Dominate Dominion tournament. Game number 2, point defense up against the Konami Code, and no Poppy ban, but no Poppy pick. Dun dun dun.
Don't be in the corner. Don't be in the corner.
Praise to God.
I didn't touch anything. I just looked at stuff.
Yep. That's the way to go. Yep.
And my screen's purple.
Mine is white. Mwah.
I changed the white to purple in my settings.
I wasn't aware you could do that.
Yeah. Well, you have to change the theme back to like Windows Classic in order to mess with it.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like my old XP looking layout.
Not a problem.
I don't like those translucent windows, make me a little confused. And over here, we've got on the top side of the display here, we have point defense. We got Sauron playing as Urgot, Toodles playing as Vayne, Pooters playing as Janna, Zabers playing as Teemo, Necrogan playing as Shen. And who do we have on the bottom side?
Alistar is going to be played by Lil Rut. Serex is on Dr. Mundo. He goes where he pleases. Volibear on Pizzlenut, Matrux on Misfortune, and Hecarim, a little curious about that pick, is going to be played by the Super Waha.
Yes, and I'm Gander of Vato Clan Casting.
I'm the Forco Jester. I'm your camera for the night. Are you still frapsing things?
Yeah. Whoa, my screen went crazy. But yes. When the load screen comes up is when I kick that on.
Excellent. So, talking about kicking it on, we're going to kick this into high gear. We have now loaded into the game. I'm at 15, 16, 17.
Yes.
Good. We're
Somebody
disconnects. That's cool. They got about a minute before we have to actually do anything. So it's all right. First item, Janna, boots of mobility.
Boots of mobility, kind of comparatively cheap. You know, not going to set you back a lot. Gives you 5 movement speed. It's very handy to have. I remember when Dominion first came out, that was all the rage. Everybody had boots of mobility. Boots of mobility on champions that make no sense having boots of mobility, like Mordekaiser. You know, everyone bought it. Everyone's like, move speed, move speed, move speed, move speed Quince, move speed this, move speed that. Master Yi with 6 Zeals, you know. Stuff that just didn't make any sense.
Check out Pooter's move speed, 495.
That's... what?
495 move speed.
Oh my.
That is a fast Janna. That is what that is.
That is some move speed there, sir.
Yep.
It's a good thing no one's running Officer Caitlyn. Pooters would get a ticket.
He's too fast to handle.
Too fast, too furious?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Alright.
Hey, Toolzack, yay!
Tudaz is going to come back, but he's going to be a little bit late to the races, but they are off. Saber Z and Necrogan looking good to head on top. Saber Z is going to pick up that mid. Janna, however, already making it to the middle of the map with that move speed. She's rocking 561. Is she actually going to be able to stop Misfortune from capping the bottom? She can.
Yep. And up at the top end of the map, we've got the 2 teams meeting up there. We've got Necrogan poking in first. Sarek's down at the kind of that intersection there, trying to keep people away so that buy people time to deal with Necrogan. See that Konami Code's got a lot of very beefy champions. Saber's getting kicked out of the fight by Alistar and getting chewed on by Volibear right there. Vayne just standing in the back, chipping away at him. Pizzlenut and Lil Rat trying to cap up at the top there. Sarek's getting chased away, but there's that heal that we talked about earlier. And we got the fling from Volibear, tossing Toodles to the back, and Toodles might not be able to make it out of this. No, Toodles is not. Necrogan now 1v2 at the top, and he's trying to lay as long as he can. But at the bottom end of the map, however, we've got Zabers and Pooters and Sauron.
Oh my! Yeah, Super Waha, he's going to be trying to defend us. Pooter's still being really, really aggressive with his move speed, trying to kite as much as he can, and we have not captured this point. It is still a 2-cap to 2-cap situation. Sauron could be in a little bit of trouble, but he's going to juke on back, and it does look like he's going to live himself a little longer. Sarex is now down here with no pressure whatsoever. Volibear is going to be able to hold that point, no problem, as Lil Rut just goes for a little bit of a tornado ride. This is still a neutral point at this time, and it does look like point defense might be able to hold it off just a little while longer, but Hecarim does go down to the Surgot.
Yeah, Zaber's trying to cap now, and Sarek's not quite able to get that interrupt. He has to immediately move out of there to avoid the tower. But Necrogan going to chase after him, going to try and get that. Zaber's going to pick him off just before he's able to get out of there. And Super Waha now being forced to retreat also. You can see at the top end of the map, or well, up a little bit further, rather, Pooters has been able to start making work on that middle point.
And Pizzlenut still just chilling up here, no problem. Necrogen holding down the fort, although he is going to have to go 2-on-1. But yeah, that Pooters, man, he actually uncapped this drill. Very big props to him. Necrogen still going toe-to-toe down here. Super Waha actually in reverse. Can he get the kill with the help of Urgot? It is going to be a kill as Mundo was just forced away from that point. Vayne up top, very content to be farming at this point. And Volibear, is he going to be able to defend this solo?
It is a possibility, but it's going to be very difficult because he doesn't deal damage quite as quickly as Vayne does. So being able to get through that creep wave is going to be a little bit tough for him. He does have that small amount of AoE, chasing Vayne away from the point. There's Shen coming into the top now. Now it's Necrogan and Toodles up at the top. We got suddenly Shen out of nowhere. Pizzlenut is...
Did you fall out of your chair? Oh my god.
No, I accidentally kicked my headset cord. And my headset flew off. that's Shen is so good, he taunted my headset right off of my body. And now Necrogan and Pooters moving up towards that second point. Super Waha catching them in the forest there and immediately dashing back to chase Pooters away. But Necrogan doing a very good job of defending his friend there.
Yeah, Sauron, he's still going to be down here. Sarek's not going to be so good, but he actually does juke it out. Pizzlenut now going to be going straight for Sauron. We do got the Garrison going down. Saber Z with the AP. Can he actually make this happen? We do got Sauron with the ultimate, and Pilsenut will be dropping. We do have a little bit of an AD battle down here. Two Tuds and Matrix. It does look like Two Tuds is going to be coming out on top of that one. Nekrugan is going to taunt over just for the style points, and Pooters gets the quest against this drill, putting us at a 4-cap situation, 0 for the Konami code.
I don't know if you caught it on camera or not, but you see Pooters there using that that Tornado 2 delay Super Waha so that he's able to get even more distance. That's one of the strengths of Janna, is being able to have that crowd control to assist in keeping away from enemy champs and to be running away from points without getting caught. Indeed. And now we can see Konami Code trying to get that point back. Toodles and Pooters having to deal with Pizzlenut over there. Zabers. It's Teemo in the bushes.
Red team's captured the drill.
They do get their point back. Misfortune looks like she's going to have an easy time down south. Serix is still down here playing around with Sauron. Are we going to get the kill? No, his ultimate is just too much to handle at this point, but Volibear does go down. Vayne able to pick up that kill. Now is going to be running from the centaur, throws out the exhaust. Saber Z is going to go right through him, lays down that Easter egg, so... You know, just like he said in the intro, who wants to go Easter egg hunting? But it is a score of 470 to 242. Serix has now made his way all the way over to the point, which is about to get recapped here by Matrix, except that Pooters with that tornado yet again, just playing the delay tactics game. It is a 3-to-1 point cap at this point, and Nekrugan still trying to go toe-to-toe here. You don't really see any kind of big insta-gives coming out, just a lot of far-fledged fights, but it is mostly centered here at the drill, which is exactly what point defense wants.
Killing spree.
Absolutely, and looks like Sarek's actually able to... No, not quite. Thought he was going to get Nekrugan there, but he is not, which just leaves Pizzlenut to defend that middle point, and he's going to get Nekrugan in the forest right there, and we have... Little Rut trying to counter backdoor, as it were, but he's getting intercepted by Zabers.
Hard to outrun that little Teemo. You also now see Pizzlenut up top. He's going to be getting this point. It looks like Vayne is actually able to get a double kill during all that. That's pretty crazy, as Lil Rud just has to run away. He's actually going to get intercepted here by Tuotas. Pizzlenut has blood in his eyes. He wants this kill on top of Tuotas. He's going to go right through the point. The Shen ult comes in, but he does drop before Shen can actually do anything. That poison not able to counteract that passive enough, and now Saber Z just going toe-to-toe.
Little Rat trying to fight Zabers under the tower, and fighting a Teemo under the tower is one of the worst things that you can do. Super Waha, though, may have the burst to be able to help take him down. And there we go, we got Alistar kicking him right out away from his point. Taking a lot of damage in the process, though, unfortunately. Nekrugan catching Super Waha, being able to prevent him from engaging.
Oh man, this Teemo pick is like so good at the same time. It's so troll. It does look like Vayne was able to clean up that Alistar. I'm looking at Sauron going 2-on-1, actually gets a kill, swaps himself out of the Matrix, make it rain, and is still alive defending this point. Big props to him right now. He's going to get able to pick up that health, and yeah, with that shield, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Urgot, a very powerful champ, and you're kind of seeing why. You got that range, you got that shield, being able to stay out very far away from the enemy champions. Matrix trying to backdoor a little bit over there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Teemo head off in that direction to try and intercept that. Toodles and Super Waha exchanging blows in the middle of the map.
Saber Z is going to be chasing off Matrix. He's going to be able to get this point back. Not a problem. Nekrugan's going to be heading up top to take care of this Alistar who's on a point. It doesn't look like Tuotas will be dropping to the dual combo. Those beefy champions doing their work. You know, that's what they want to do. They want to be able to soak that damage so that they can just be able to get a kill. Nekrugan with the point. Garrison. It doesn't matter, 3-on-1. He's just delaying for time as Pooters down south is going to be taking advantage of the lull of defenders to get himself a nice 4-cap going.
Absolutely, Pooters doing a lot of work here. Expect to break quite a sweat if he wasn't sitting in a nice air-conditioned building.
Still looking good right now. Point defense, 442 to 69. They have 430 points, no, 370 points lead at this current time, and that's just insane. Sauron now has to go 2-on-1. He might be tanky, he might be bursty, but Super Waha is gonna take him down. Threw down the ultimate for no reason whatsoever with Serix there, but yeah, that's cool. Pooters up top, Janna gonna be running away. Lil Rut throws down his ultimate because we do got a Vayne here, and Nekrugan, gets off the taunt, so good, not gonna get to that tower, and he does drop, which means this is gonna be a top tower for point defense.
Bottom point being left open. Matrox capitalizing on that is going to begin capping that. I suspect that Sauron is going to head down there. No, we got a Necrogan immediately heading back down that way. And then with Sauron, Pilsnut getting a lot of damage put on him by Zabers and Pooters over on the opposite end of the map now.
Yeah, you can see him just really trying to put the pressure onto this point. As they're chasing the pretty girl, the little runt is actually doing some significant damage, and you can see that this bottom lane Misfortune was not able to actually do what she wanted to do. So Teemo now down. Pooters is still just going to be trying to kite for his life at this point, but because they're on defense, it means they're not on offense, and they're still down that extra point, which does put us at 423-35 as Alistar is trying to secure that top.
Yeah, Toodles just getting a little poke out there, little Rut walking away, probably expecting the rest of the team to show up, and that's exactly what's going on right here. You got Necrogen just hanging out. No, ulting, appearing down, suddenly Shen at the bottom, dashing with the taunt. He's got Serex, and Sauron just unloading on him while he's not able to retreat from that. Super Waha now having to take the force of 2 champions at once, and I don't think he's going to be able to handle that. Kicking Sauron back onto the health relic, not something that you want to do, and they're not going to be able to secure that bottom point.
No, they are not. At the same time, it does look like they're going for the factory, but Hooters there to intercept him has a lot of CC at his control, which means that this is going to become a 4-cap yet again, 423-0. Point defense doing it yet again and adding to their impressive win rate.
Point defense we might want to change that name to point offense pretty soon if they keep playing like they have been.
Oh my goodness. You think they're the current favorites of this tournament? Because they are playing superb.
Well, generally I like any team that Tempest EP is playing on. But if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say fan favorite. That'd probably definitely point defense is a safe bet for that.
Progot, Derpgot, Stompgot. Lots of names for Urgot.
And if you'll excuse me one quick moment, I'm actually gonna get a different mouse because my my left click died. I was just kind of scrolling around through that whole thing. So I will be right back.
Not a problem, good sir. So guys, as you can see, point defense doing work. That's an even better win. I can hear myself. That's odd. I'm gonna mute Skype. There we go. That's an even better win than it was their first round, which means that they're in top form today. So Konami Code, we do say, good game, well played, and come back next time. Definitely a better showing than last week. We didn't even have any revives last week, but I do like the strategy of the beefies with the AP, or the AD, which is Misfortune. Unfortunately, just was not able to